What's the biggest purity level when you're actually born with it, or when you transform into it after going through each and everything? So, welcome back to the Lit It series, everyone. And today we are going to discuss on the day 8th of Navratri, which is of Mahagori Ma, which is, she is a symbol of purity, peace, and transformation. After intense tapasya, she transforms into the radiant white, symbolic of the peace, the purity, the ultimate power. So, how does this happen into our literature? Let's take some of the examples, right? So, we have, let's see, Queen, a movie you might have seen into the Hindi cinemas. All right, so literature and film, if we see through. So, Queen, the Rani Mehra hair, which she is when her marriage is being broken by Vijay, her fiance. She is actually broken, but after that she transformed. Earlier she was a girl who would have listened anything from anyone. She didn't had that confidence, and she was really shy one. She was very soft, but afterwards she transforms. She learns through this and transforms into a girl who is self-dependent. She travels, her travel alone to places like Paris, Amsterdam, and she, actually be with the foreigners there. She learns a lot. A girl in a foreign country all alone, language barriers, she faces all of those, and she still celebrates life. That is where she finds peace in her own self dignity. And now she self expresses and she's self confident about her own self. That is the true transformation, where you're broken afterwards, you really transform. So we have really seen such women into our life, and so many characters into literature who transform into something really great. Okay, like there's this transformation of Elizabeth Bennet also, right, who in Pride and Prejudice, she also transformed from her thinking that she gets to know that she should not misjudge anyone just like that, although she was a really confident great person. But when she transforms in the end to know that she should not misjudge people, just like that, in the very first convo, by the appearance, by the way they talk in front. Okay, so she also becomes something more with her self confidence, plus her realization of not judging someone just like that. Okay, then we also have Pip from, as I said, that in just women we will not see it. We will see the feminine, this power, this shakti into men also, because we all being have that energy, right? So Pip, when he, in Great Expectations, when he is transformed in the end. Earlier, when he, in the very start, it's a buildings Roman, right? So in the very start, he's a very simple boy, living with his family, not having mother father, born and brought up by her sister. Okay, and he brother-in-law also. So he is actually transforming there. When he goes to study, he learns a lot thing, but that is not the real transformation. After learning a lot, after gaining a lot of knowledge also, he is the one who feels ashamed of his own family members. That person who actually gave his entire life, he's there for Pip, right? So at the end, when there's nobody but him, care his family members caring for him when he's ill, he realizes, and then is the real transformation, then is the real purification of his soul, when he realizes that he cannot forget his roots, no matter how much he grow, no matter how literate he become. He cannot be feeling ashamed of his own family members who are not literate like him, but have that kind of that level of love, appraisal, kindness for the world, and they are really greater than him at this point. So he transforms here when the real purification of his soul happens, right? So we have such great figures. So this buildings Roman, the entire transformation, right, from childhood to growing up, then the mistakes being committed or something, and then actually the real transformation. This is the perfect example of these characteristic traits. Such characters where buildings Roman is there, they mostly show in literature this kind of gaining or this kind of transformation, purification of soul at the end, the transformation, which we have got through our Mahagori, right? So let's say Jai Mahagori on the 8th day of Navratri, and let's really imbibe her within ourselves and self realize, self introspect ourselves so that we could have the real purification of soul, and we never ever forget our roots, no matter how much height, greater heights we touch. Okay, so yeah, you can see the Legit series entire playlist in the description box where we discuss things like this. Okay, and it's really helpful, believe me. So you can also give in the comment section your views or some characters in the literature or maybe films or into your real life you see who go through this transformation, who have really seen this purification of soul and transformed. Okay, thank you, and you can subscribe to the channel and like the video for more such videos. Thank you.